Welcome back to the Blue Room EWFC podcast. Absolutely delighted to be joined today by our Scottish Scouser, the icon, the legend, Lucy Hope. Lucy, we're sat here at Goodison Park today, obviously looking forward to the Merseyside derby this weekend. How excited are you to step out onto that pitch?
Yeah, excited as ever. Obviously coming up against our great rivals, setting the scene for a great derby on Sunday, so yeah, exciting.
Yeah, it must be, especially because I know that you missed last season's game here. I'm sure that would have been a massive disappointment for you to miss that game. This one must mean a little, something a little bit extra, a little bit of extra special. The fact that you missed last season's.
Yeah, I was speaking about it earlier, saying that I missed last season's here, and then I got injured at Anfield this season. So I've got some catching up to do to get stuck in, and I feel like I've not really contributed that much to these derbies in the past few seasons, so I'm ready to go.
Well, you say that, but I mean, going back to a good few years ago now at Anfield, you made the biggest contribution possible, didn't you? Getting the winner in the Cop End, which I was there for. It was an absolutely fantastic day, fantastic occasion. A lot of people who listen to the Blue Room will know I've got a season ticket at Goodison Park as well. Same season ticket for 26 years. The derby's always the game I look forward to the most. But that game at Anfield is up there with my top 2 or 3. It's in the top 3. And then this season's one at Anfield as well, of my all-time favourite Everton moments. Wow. So for you to score that goal just before half time, the celebration as well, it was kind of like, what do you do? You got mobbed.
I got mobbed, and then I was like, let's go over to the bench, let's go and celebrate with a total team kind of camaraderie. Obviously in these big games, you obviously want to be in the starting 11. But the bench players, we've seen it earlier in the season, the bench players coming off have a great impact. They really need to make sure that they come on and keep the standard high. So I think in that game, obviously they scored just before half time, but I really wanted to kind of demonstrate that it's only 1-0, but we're going to need you to come on, so don't be disheartened, we're all in this together type thing. So I feel like it was a bit of an out-of-body experience, but I felt like that was the message I was trying to send, was let's go and celebrate with everyone. Absolutely.
And in terms of the derby and scoring in the derby, I know that obviously you scored against Chelsea in the FA Cup here. A lovely diving header to make it 1-1 again in the first half, wasn't it? I think Valerie Govan got the
second
winner.
One, yeah.
And it was another great out. Unfortunately we couldn't be here because it was behind closed doors,
exactly,
but that was such an important goal as well. So you used to scoring at Goodison Park. I've got a request for you. This time when you score on Sunday, you've got the number 17 on your back. Now, one of my favourite Everton players,
you're going to ask me to do the Tim
Cahill. I need you to run over to that corner flag and give it the Tim Cahill boxing. Is that okay?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Deal?
Yeah.
There we go. Right, so I'll keep an eye out for that when you score on Sunday. Brilliant. And again, talking about the Merseyside derby and what it means, I think we showed this season, earlier on in the season, that the way we went to Anfield and we got that 1-0 win. I think we grew into the game as well. We were under the cosh a little bit earlier on. Obviously, yourself, you unfortunately got injured so early on. I feel like the team took a bit of a knock at that stage as well, but we rode the storm. Meg does what she does best.
Captain Fantastic
gets the ball, heads it in. But I think that it was the performance and the passion that the players showed as well, and that determination and grit, added with a number of really good chances as well. We played so well, and certainly in the second half, and we really went toe to toe with Liverpool, and a really good Liverpool side as well. I think how important is it for us to show that kind of passion and that fight, but also go out there and show that we are such a great football side as well.
Yeah, the thing is, when things like for instance my injury happens so early on in the game, it can impact kind of the momentum of the game and the flow. And I think obviously being at Anfield, I think that helped Liverpool a little bit more. They felt like they could really push on and kind of emphasise on our misfortune, I suppose. But yeah, like I said, the grit and the determination that the girls showed, you really just to ride the wave. These things in games like that, they're so important to have that mentality of, although we're under the cosh, we're fine, we're secure, we know everything's in front of us, blah blah blah. These are all the things that go on in the footballers' minds, is that they try and keep things as positive as possible and as simple as possible, and when you're under the cosh a little bit, it's literally just keeping it as simple as possible, make sure your structure's nice and tight, and then kind of build yourself back into the game a little bit. And I think that's what we've done. I didn't see much of the first half, obviously I had went in and injured. I was watching it on the TV, but certainly in the second half what I saw, the character, we just came out and kind of dominated the ball and made sure that we silenced the crowd, and Meg pops up. again, we're a big head. Sticks it in the net. Happy days.
She's got a habit of doing that, hasn't
she? Yeah, she is. It's a great habit to have.
Great habit to have, and she's done it twice at Anfield. We wanted to do it here at Goodison now. Obviously Gabby got the goal last season in the 1-1 draw. Again, that was a great moment. It felt that, you know, again, that was a game where I feel like we should have won. So we do owe them one here at Goodison.
Yeah, we do, definitely.
We really do. And I think as well, when you look at the side, and you talk about in terms of the feeling of the players when they're on the pitch as well, and how you've got all these things running through your mind. What is it like being in that dressing room, knowing what you're about to walk out to? Do you have any particular rituals? Do any of the players, are some players a bit more, you know, like outspoken than others, as you know, some more calm?
It's hard to say. I feel like people just try and get in the zone as quickly as possible. As soon as the music's kind of playing, people are bopping in and out, getting treatment, maybe some strap-ins, checking set plays, speaking to coaches. I think they're just going through all their kind of the designated little things that they do. So I wouldn't say anybody's particularly superstitious that they have to do a certain thing. Not that I've noticed anyway. I'm certainly not. But yeah, just in terms of, you kind of do your own organisation and then you can help other people. And I think it's the same on the field. As soon as you come out for the warm-up, get a feel for the ball, you start to relax once more. And
then you hear that siren.
Yeah.
And then you're in the tunnel. It's one of the tightest tunnels, one of the smallest tunnels in any of these sort of big stadiums. It's an old stadium, but we absolutely love this place. But what's that feeling like when you hear that siren going? And
as soon as you hear the kind of Z cars coming on, it's one of my favourite actual moments, you know, it's coming out. I feel like it's such an old school, cheery kind of like half military, like this is us going into battle, this is us going into war. And then, but we're going out to enjoy it at the same time. So as much as it's like, it sounds really daunting and scary, we're actually like, oh, this is the good part. Like, we've worked so hard during the week, and now as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh, and it starts whistling, and you're like, yeah, this is fun actually. I can get used to this. It's one of my favourite feelings. Is when that song plays, I'm like, okay. There's a fun bit.
It's the same for us as supporters.
Yeah.
You know, we have our like pre-match rituals, and we get ourselves, you know, ready to go into battle, as you say.
I imagine there's always so much talk about the starting 11, or certainly when I watch games on the TV, the pundits are doing so much talking. It's all speculation, and it's all like kind of building up, and then players actually don't care about half that stuff. We just turn up and go and just do our job and play football. But as you can imagine, as a football fan myself, you talk about the starting 11, you talk about how's he going to do that, or tactics or whatever. So I hope it just all builds to the occasion, really.
Absolutely, and again, we don't have too many more opportunities to play at Goodison Park. This, I mean, in theory, this could be the last time. Hopefully, you know, we have another game next season before the club moves home to Bramley Moor. You know, what does Goodison Park mean for you as a player? Do you feel the history? Do you feel like the sort of added pressure of it, or is it something you want to embrace, and does it give you like inspiration to go that extra yard?
I think you have to embrace any of the kind of bigger stadiums that you go to, because it's something that we're not necessarily used to. It's seen as the big occasion. Which I think in women's football can become more of the norm, and I think that we're trying to do that, but it's not always just as straightforward as that. But like you say, you just have to embrace it and enjoy it when you're there. You never let the occasion get too much for you. We play football every single day, we're good at it, we're exceptional at it, we need to believe in ourselves that we're good at it, regardless if there's 3 people watching, 30,000 watching. You're good at what you do, and you just need to trust yourself, and that's really the message that we try and send across to the team, is that like try and take away all the kind of materialistic things around it and just do your job. And hopefully the result speaks for itself.
And that's it. And us as supporters, we've got a job to do as well, because we need to make sure that we get down to Goodison Park on Sunday first of all, but also we need to make sure that we really back the players, get from the first minute till the last. You know, from my experiences, I'm secretary of the official supporters club, and we've made a real big effort to make sure that the atmosphere, certainly at Walton Hall Park, we want to try and make the atmosphere as electric as possible and get behind the players regardless of what's going on the pitch. We want to make sure that the players feel back from the first minute till the last. So how important is that to you as well, for the players to feel that support? And
you feel the energy from the side. There's no doubt in it. I hear your voice, I hear everybody else's voice, I hear you're over and above everybody else's voice. But I love it. The girls love it. You know, they've all got their own chants. We've got the songbook. It's brilliant. It just adds to the atmosphere, and I think that's something that maybe we've missed in previous seasons. One, obviously, in the COVID years where it was kind of under lockdown, didn't have that. So it's the extra boost that we need, especially if things aren't going great, or the momentum shifted and we're going under a spell of without the ball. So anything that can change the momentum, the fans have a big control in that. Whether that be a tackle, a shot, it's all the oohs and the ahs. It just adds to the whole occasion. So we definitely need our fans to come down on Sunday.
Absolutely, and again, talking about those little moments in games that can sort of change the tide a little bit. That's one thing I always think about Goodison Park, is that sometimes it only takes one tackle.
Yeah. One
tackle, or even sometimes a decision that goes against you, and the crowd lifts, and it's just a bear pit, and I absolutely love it. And again, I hope that we can replicate that for you, and that's the target I want to set for all Evertonians over there on Sunday, to make sure that we are behind the team from the first minute till the last, and that's something. But I was going to mention as well quickly, because I know that you've got a lot to do. In terms of your songs in particular, you keep moving around everywhere. Yeah. So we've got these songs where it's like Lucy Hope on the right. We've got, her name is Lucy, our number 17, the best right wing back, we have to say now, we've ever seen. Are you ever going to settle back in a position, or are you happy
honestly,
to just...
you need to ask the gaffer, that's nothing to do with it. I just play what I'm told.
You do a great job wherever you play, by the way.
Thanks very much, thank you.
You've been centre half as well more recently.
I've played centre half this season, right wing back, right wing. God, there's question marks if I was going to jump in the goals or not. Honestly,
coach driver.
Honestly, we've had it. Yeah, we've had it all. We've had it chucked at us this season through injuries, and it's been hard with the consistency. But no, I just try and do a job wherever I get put, and thankfully the manager trusts me to do that. So I take pride in everything that I do, regardless of what position I play. That be on the bench, whether that be left wing back, right wing back, centre half, goalkeeper. I don't care. I'm here to do a job, and that's be part of the Evertonian Football Club.
Well, you do a fantastic job, and you're certainly a player that we all admire, we all adore. You're such an influential player, someone who epitomises for me what it means to be an Everton player. Someone who always gives 100%, or someone who's got absolute quality, and someone who, as I say, we're very proud of. But again, just to finish off as well, in terms of your influence on the squad, we've got so many younger players. How are you going to sort of use your experience and the fact that you're one of the longest serving members in the squad as well? How can you influence those younger players just to keep the feet on the ground when it comes to a big occasion like this? I'm thinking like the likes of Izzy Hobson as well, who's so young.
She was training out there this morning with us. Again, I think it's good to see her reaching these heights. As I was speaking earlier before about visualisation, it's great to come here and train this week here. Again, just to feel the stadium, feel what it's like, the turf, the field. It's different to Finch Farm just now. Finch Farm's bald and got no grass on it, and there's some lovely turf out there today. So it's all these little things that you just like to feel. You get to know where the changing room is, where the toilets are, where you're going to get treatment and things like that, and just settle in and settle the nerves to make it feel a little bit more homely. Obviously, we've got very, very young players coming through, but like I said earlier, just do the things that you would normally do. Don't overcomplicate it. Eat the things you would normally eat. Speak to who you would normally speak to. Listen to the music you would normally listen to. Don't change anything just because it's seen as a bigger occasion. You play football every single day. This is what you're here to do. Let everything just do its job. Once
you step out on the pitch, I suppose it's just grass and white lines and 2 goals, isn't it?
It's like you're back in the playground.
It's a big playground though, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Brilliant. Well, I'll let you go, Lucy. I know that you've got so much to do in terms of your preparation and everything. We just want to give one last push, don't we, to tell everyone out there to go and get your tickets and get down to Goodison on Sunday.
Definitely, there's still tickets available. Like you alluded to earlier, it's one of the last times we're going to be able to come to Goodison as a family. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring a big crowd. We need you more than anything, so
absolutely.
Get down.
Couldn't have said that any better myself. We look forward to Sunday, Lucy. I'm sure you'll be fantastic. Don't forget Tim Cahill celebration when you score the winner.
Start practicing it.
Start practicing it, and we'll see you on Sunday up the Toffees.
Nice one, up the Toffees. Thank you.
Nice one.